What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Here in this video, I am going to share with you my daily curl routine when it comes to defining my curls. I'm going to share some do's and don'ts, and also how to keep your curls from being tangled. So stay tuned and continue to watch this video. Okay, so first things first, one of the things that I like to do is to keep my hair in 2 braids right before bedtime. This just helps from keeping the hair being tangled up anytime you wake up in the mornings, especially when you're dealing with curly hair. So I'm going to start by unbraiding the 2 braids. That way I can go ahead and get started with my daily routine. And of course, you know, this is something that you would do every night. You would put them in 2 braids. And of course, what I like to do is after I'm done with that, I just go ahead and wrap my hair up in a bonnet and I'm good to go. Okay, so right off the back, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vent brush and I'm just going to go ahead and brush the hair. I want to make sure that there's no tangle or anything like that throughout the entire hair, which is really important. Now, if you do not have a vent brush, you can actually use a Denman brush or a paddle brush. But just also keep in mind that you will be using water in the process. So just in case, that's why I like to use the vent brush, because of that fact. Of the matter is the fact I'm going to be using water in the process of me defining my curls. Okay, so next, before I get into the process of defining my curls, I'm going to go ahead and place a towel on my back and around my neck, only because normally I probably wouldn't. It just depends on the time that I have, but it's just because just to kind of eliminate the process of the water dripping down on my back and wetting my shirt. And I think during that night I was also filming another video too, so that's probably why I was using the towel. So this is actually optional if you prefer to use it or not. So what I'm actually doing next is I am taking my continuing mist spray, and of course all it has is water in it. So all I'm doing is just saturating the hair with the water, and then I spray a good amount, and then right before I go ahead and take my vent brush again, and then what I'm doing is I'm just making sure that the hair is fully saturated by me brushing the hair, just making sure that the water is all throughout the hair. And of course, you know, one of the things you want to make sure you do is that you want to make sure you go inside of the hair too, and go in between the parting, because sometimes you might get the outside of it and around the perimeter, but sometimes there is water that doesn't hit the middle part. So what I like to do is also to work in sections. So as you can see that I started on one side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side by putting water on the other side, just the same as I did. So you're pretty much just, whatever you're doing on one side, you're pretty much going to repeat it on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make sure it's well saturated. I'm going to take my vent brush. I'm just going to brush through the hair, just making sure that it is fully saturated. And of course, you know, just watch it as you're going ahead and spray it, because at times if you feel as if you need to spray some more, go ahead and spray some more. You know, there's nothing wrong in you fully saturating the hair just to make sure that it is fully wet, because that's going to be really important when you are applying the product that I'm going to be using in this video. Okay, so it looks like everything is fully saturated. So next I'm going to take this Firm Fluff. This is actually from a company called Manecandy. This product is really good. I really love this product a lot. One thing I can say about this product, guys, is that a little bit does go a long way. As you're going to see that you're going to see that I'm going to take some residue and I'm going to actually roll it over to the other side. Like, that is just how much how potent this product is. And so even if you don't have this particular product, you can definitely use any form of styling mousse or a or you can also, I've also seen people use Lotta Body, and also I've seen people use Nairobi. Another good one too is this leave-in conditioner by Cream of Nature. That is a really good one as well. But at the time right now, this is the product I wanted to use, only because it's very conditioning and it doesn't leave like a residue, and it doesn't like leave the hair like sticky or anything. It just leaves the hair really nice and soft. And after applying the product, you're gonna also repeat the same process. Every time you apply a product, you're going to keep using your brush. Whatever brush you're using at the time, you're just going to make sure that you brush the hair through, so that way you can make sure that the product is all throughout the entire hair. One of the things I've learned when it comes to dealing with curly hair, when you're putting on the product, you want to make sure that the hair is fully saturated with water, not to the point where it's drenching wet, but to the point where it is just fully saturated in the water, because then when you apply the product, it makes such a big difference. So that's one of the key things to remember when it comes to defining your curls. And another good thing that is really good to know is that you see how I'm applying the product there, and you're going to see the end results at the end of the video. One of the things that I have learned is that, like, let's just say it's the next day from you already applying the product on there. You don't really have to go back in to apply the product again. All you need to do is just apply, spray the hair with water, spray down with some water. And what's going to happen is, because there's still some more residue of the product on the hair, all it's going to do is just activate the product and make the hair nice and wet again. And so that's a good trick that I've learned when it comes to defining your curls. So just something I thought you should know, if it's something that you didn't know. So that's a really good trick just to know. Okay, so right now it looks like that I'm at the point where I have already applied the product. I have brushed the product throughout the entire hair. So all I'm doing right now, I'm just doing a touch up on my edges and just really defining my part. So of course you see I'm just using my hot comb, and of course you know it's one of my favorites. It is the Andis Hotcomb. I purchased mine from Amazon, so if you are interested in getting this particular one, let me know and I will put the link down in the description box. And so all I'm doing is I'm just going in, I'm just defining the curls. So at this point, this is pretty much self-explanatory. So I'm actually just going to just sit back, and I'll be back when it's time to do the final reveal. And I'm just going to allow you to watch me watch me just define my part, touch up my baby hairs and everything like that, and then I will come back when it's time to do the final reveal. I have different methods when it comes to defining my curls. So at the beginning of the install of my curl, I like to use the Nairobi. However, in this case, because it's already fully cured and everything, what I'm actually now going to I'm starting to now use the Got2b spray, just so I can kind of keep it in place. Now, this is one of the ones I like to use. Another one that has now recently become my favorite is the Eben. Hope I'm saying it right. I think it's the Eben, but I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, which one I'm talking about. It comes in I think it comes in a red and a yellow bottle, but the one I'm using, I use the one that's in the black bottle. That is actually my favorite one to use. So at the time, I didn't have it in this video, but since recently I have been using it actually a little bit more than the Got2b, but the Got2b is still good too. I still love them both. It's just that, I don't know, I've just kind of started liking the Eben one the most for some reason. So let me know in the comments. Do you prefer using the Got2b spray, or do you prefer to use the Eben one? Because I also know it's really good for ponytails, just like the Eben. It just so happens that the Eben spray is a little bit more stronger, but honestly, I would use them both. I actually use them both. So I just feel like they both complement each other. If you get what I mean, like they both complement each other. Whether you use one more than the other, they both still complement each other. So I actually like both brands. Okay, so I'm actually at the end of the video where I've actually completed everything that I need to complete. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm just kind of going throughout the hair and just scrunching it up just before it fully dries up, and then I'm just kind of going in to see if there's any spots that I've missed. As you can see earlier, I did happen to miss a spot in the front, which I then went back and defined. And so this is the final look, you guys. I thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified each time I drop a video. And of course, every product will be listed down below. Also, if you're interested in this unit particular, this is my Juliet unit, which is available for purchase on my website, which is www.missggstyles.com. Thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.